need to find B, and we need to find 0, or our slope, sorry. Okay, so let's start with B. Where does this start at? Where is this crossing my y-axis at?
1.
Looks like 1, right? If we're kind of looking here, this would be 0, 0. This would be our origin, right? So it's starting at 1. Okay, so that's your B value. So B equals 1. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, now how do you find slope of a line like this? Ashley?
Rise over run.
Ooh, love it. Rise over run. Okay? So you start, and guys, they're not always going to give you points. Your job is to figure out where is it crossing at nice, pretty whole numbers. Find the pattern. Okay? So it has to cross at a whole number. I cannot pick this guy right here because he's at a halfway point, maybe 3/4. We don't know for sure. We don't know if it's 0.5, 0.6. We don't know. Okay? So we have to pick nice whole numbers and then figure out what the pattern is. So if we're doing, like she said, rise and run, we rise 2 and we run 1. So what's your slope if I'm thinking about rise? I'm going to write that out for you guys. Over run. Okay, so if I think about rise over run, I rise 2, right? And run 1, which is the same thing as 2. So my slope here is 2. Okay, so is everybody okay with that? So you're using both those pieces of information. Now write your equation. So what's your equation here going to now be? Ashley?
Y equals 2x plus 1.
Very good. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, let's try it again. Okay. All right, horizontal line. What's the slope of a horizontal line?
0.
0. Okay, so we already know that m is 0. We don't have to do any work there. We already know that. Okay, what's your B value here?
-5.
-5. That looks pretty good to me. So B equals -5, right? Okay. So Link, what will your equation now look like?
0, y equals 0, x minus 5.
Very good. Nice job. Okay. Now, would I take something a little different there? Ben?
Y equals -5.
Yep. Or y equals -5. I'd take either one of those. Same thing. Okay. All right. I want you to take a second there, and I want you to try G on your own. Let's just see what you can come up with. G on your own. All right, does anybody have an equation they want to try? See if it's right. Liam, what do you got there?
Y equals -1/2 x plus 4.
Okay, let's see, look at that. So y equals -1/2 x plus 4. All right, so let's start with our starting position. Is that starting at 4? So I think that looks good, starting at 4, okay? And so then again, find where it's crossing nice whole numbers, right? Find the pattern, okay? Now if you're thinking about rise and run, okay, so rise over run, okay? Doesn't matter which way you go, but if I go up to the left 2, up to the left 2. So I'm going up or rising how many? Rising 1, and I'm running where? 2. Okay, but be careful. Am I going towards the negatives?
Yeah.
So it'd be -2. So is Liam's answer good?
Yes.
Yes, it is. You did a nice job. Okay, so rise over run. Does that make sense? Okay, flip over on the back. Okay, so now you're still doing the same thing. Now they just give you words. So they give you information, they're going to give you a picture, and now they're giving you words. Okay? Well, we're working on it. We'll get there. Okay? All right, so it says, write a linear equation, slope-intercept form to model each situation. You rent a bike for $15 plus $2 per hour. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to highlight this guy. This is an important guy. anytime you usually see something like per, that's telling you this is your slope. Okay, so if the word per is in there, they've already identified slope for you. Okay, so in this case, what's your slope going to be? 2. So $2 per hour. Okay, and then if I'm looking at this, you rent a bike for $15. So if you're renting a bike, you have to pay $15 up front. Does that make sense? $15 up front, and then it's $2 per hour for however long you want to keep it. 2 hours, 20 hours, whatever it is. Okay, so this guy right here is your start value. Okay, that's your job. You're looking for 2 things. Where am I starting at? So in this case, they're charging me $15 up front. And then looking for a slope, look for words like per. What's changing? Whatever's changing, that's what your slope is. All right, so now with that being said,
Y equals 2x plus 15.
very good. Y equals 2x plus 15. Okay. All right, I want you to try B on your own, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you can get it right, I'll let you get a piece of candy because most of you are going to miss this. All right, so read carefully because that means there's something different. Okay, so read carefully on B. About 15 more seconds to come up with an answer. I'm going to come around and look. If you got it right, I'll let you go up and get a piece of candy. Yeah, you should still have that. Okay, guys, you should still have an X and a Y. It's still in the same format, okay? There's something a little different about this one that a lot of kiddos don't pick up, okay? I'm going to come around and take a look. Nope. Dang, no candy for you. Yes. No. Super close, though. Yes. No. 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 Don, did you come up with something?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay. You guys, a lot of you guys are super, no, not quite. A lot of you guys are super close. Super close. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of talk about it. Okay? So when I look at this, a candle is 6 inches tall and burns at a rate of a ½ inch per hour. Now, with the exception of I think 2 of you, most of you understood that if it's a ½ inch per hour, right? We just talked about the word per, that this has to be your slope. Okay, so if you got those flip-flop right off the bat, we need to work on that a little bit. So how tall is the candle to start with? It's 6 inches. Okay, so this would be your B value. Does that make sense so far? Okay, here's the kicker. Here's what I love when you guys do this. I had someone write this down. Let's talk about why this would be wrong. If you have y equals 1/2 x, because we already know half is the slope, and 6, and you put a minus sign in here. Okay? Here's the problem. Is your candle 6 inches negative? Like, negative 6 inches doesn't exist in candle world, right? That's not going to work so well. Okay? If you can figure out how to make a candle negative 6 inches, you and I are going to go make some money. All right? Because that's awesome. So this right here, that doesn't work because your candle's got to be 6 inches tall. So it starts at a positive 6. But what happens when something burns?
It goes away.
It goes away. It goes down, right? So when you're looking at this, you should have had a negative sign in front of that 1/2 because it's going down. Burns goes down, right? So you have to pay attention. Is the slope going up or is it going down? Okay? So if I'm adding $2 to my bike rental, that's going up. Burning something goes down. Do you see the difference now? Okay? Yes, sir.
Because if have been set up 6 minus 1/2 x.
Yeah, that'd have been fine, because you just flip flop the two. Okay? Alright, anybody have a question on that? Okay, you have to pay attention to the little details. Have to pay attention to them. Okay? Alright, so now, I know on the hard copy you guys can't see this real well, so